Let's talk about a moment that didn't get enough attention, okay? At the McDonald's Impact Summit, Trump told Americans they are, quote, so damn lucky that he won the 2024 election, not because of new policy, not because of, a major economic plan, but because, in his own words, the country would have been bankrupt without him. Okay? So check out this clip.
Government jobs were going up, real jobs were going down. So you would have had that catastrophe. And on top of it, instead of 20 trillion coming in, you would have had 10 trillion leaving our country. In other words, you would have had a catastrophe. You probably would have had a bankrupt country. You are so damn lucky that I won that election. I'm telling you. It's true. That's true.
And before we go any further, okay, we need to slow down and actually check the claims and look at what's true and what's not. Because when a president, stands in front of business leaders and says, "You're lucky I'm here," that's not just, an opinion. That's a message about power, responsibility, and how this administration basically wants voters to see the economy, okay? Basically not what it actually is. So Trump told the room that government jobs were going up and real jobs were going down under Biden. But the facts, don't really match that. Government jobs did rise after COVID, mostly because schools, hospitals were rehiring staff that they lost during the pandemic. Okay. And at the same time, for the private sector, employment, grew for nearly, I want to say 3 straight years. And that's documented by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So he also claimed the country would have lost $10 trillion without him, okay? A number with absolutely no basis in any economic analysis. Okay, economists across the political spectrum say there is no model, no projection, and no federal report that supports that figure at all. Okay, it's like a fictitious talking point, not data or truth. And then there's Trump's claim that Walmart's Thanksgiving basket is 25% cheaper this year because of him, right? 25% cheaper. The Associated Press actually fact-checked that and found that the price drop only appears larger because Walmart changed the size and contents of the basket, all right? So it's not a measure of, national inflation. That's a corporate promotion, all right? It's a corporate promotion, all right? And that's just, he wants to take it and run with it and say basically that's thanks to him when he has nothing to do with it, all right? I need people to understand that he has nothing to do with that. And they've been doing this for years because of inflation. Trump also took credit for lowering energy costs, but experts, including analysts who have served in Republican and Democrat administrations, say that the primary driver of today's lower gas prices is the global oil market, not U.S. policy. Supply has increased, demand has eased, and prices have come down a little bit in certain states, not all of them. Okay, that's very important. And all of this comes at a time when the administration is facing questions about opposition to releasing the long-sealed Epstein files. So not a single word about that was mentioned at the summit. Not one. Instead, the message was simple. Prices are better, guys. The economy is back. America is great, and everybody loves us, and we think we're amazing. And you guys should all be so grateful that I became president. But here's the truth, guys. Inflation was down to about 3% before Trump took office again. What Trump is trying to do now is claim credit for a decline that began, years before he was actually inaugurated. And this is where we have to really pay attention, okay? Because when presidents rewrite economic history in real time, it becomes harder for the public to separate, actual policy from political branding, right? And it makes it easier for, misinformation to get repeated. And it also makes it harder for working families to understand what's really driving the prices that they are feeling every single day. So today, let's be clear. Americans don't need to feel lucky to have a president, okay? They need honest numbers, okay? They need real policy. They need accountability. And frankly, they deserve straightforward answers, not, a celebrity performance, not, some self-congratulatory monologue, and not a speech built on unverified claims and lies. All right. The American people are not an audience to impress. They are citizens to serve. The sooner Trump understands that, the sooner it's going to be better for everybody.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and informed to the stories that matter, the people that matter, and most importantly, the truth. The thing that is so hard to find right now. And just so you guys know, I do the best that I can to answer the comments. So I really hope to see you guys in there.